Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Revan's Revenge 0.3 preview playthrough as the Mandalorians. In the first episode, we took Thracia and also took the space over Thracia. It's going to take a minute before we actually invade Thracia, because I want more ground units. You know what? I'm probably going to get a Jerkad attack land vehicle, which is our biggest, baddest land vehicle. I think it's probably the biggest, baddest vehicle in the mod. We're also going to get a Baraguan Battle Tank Company, Basilisk War Droid, and can I get a Light Basilisk somewhere else so we can build a little faster? I'll also get a Talbahar. But, again, something to keep in mind while watching this playthrough is that the mod is very much a work in progress. So, more so than any other preview playthrough, do keep in mind that a good chunk, if not most of what you're seeing in this playthrough will be changing before you end up playing the mod. Please don't kill me. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Shadow Cutie, for subscribing. Very appreciated as well. So one of the fun parts about starting the playthroughs, the preview playthroughs especially, is
recruiting.
There's always you know what? I'm not gonna recruit those there. I'm gonna get some infantry of every type over there. And I won't build the free track yet. I'll do a pass on any of the remaining credit and build time stuff. I think that's something the Republic's benefiting a lot more from right now than us. But yeah, there's some stuff like object elements like that that can be changed during the playthrough that you'll probably see evolve as we play. But let's see. We are going to soon have the Jerkad, and I think we'll just go straight into Thracia with that. I don't know if it's gonna be worth saving up 2 weeks of income for some of the other stuff, like maybe get a Kiramud. I'll just resume. I made a mistake by pausing the game, apparently. So Emperor Serpentor's asking, the disparity between Republic and Mandalorian starting planets look really interesting in the start, with the most Republic territory start poorly defended to compensate. Not necessarily. Again, there is a second, like a later start you can choose. This start is always going to be a bit more challenging, or a lot more challenging for the Mandalorians to play, because it is it's early on in the war. When we have more of the content kind of fleshed out, some of the planets that are Republic right now are probably going to end up being local forces or independent in some kind of way, though not like a super ton of them.
Setting course. On my way.
Okay, let's get all of our ground units ready to attack over there. We have some of our better ground vehicles on this one, because if you look here, the forces per planet are actually not that different. It's just the Republic has a ton more of them. Thank you, Triton, for the gifted sub to Valerie. To make the Republic side fun, this might end up being a Galactic Conquest that has some differences depending on which side you're playing. So having the Republic early starts, rather than just like starting you in this exact setup, go a little bit more heavily towards the independent forces and some of the smaller starting forces. Because in general, the mods, all three of them, are moving towards smaller starting forces. You can't really reduce that too much more than what's already being done. So I'm not gonna bring you in. I'm gonna bring in some basilisks.
On my way. Moving out. Awaiting orders.
And that's part of why there's some of the lag spikes on the galactic level. The AI processing and building stuff is... I think some of the build times are very low, and some of the build costs might be very low for the Republic. I'm not 100% sure on that. So it's probably ending up with a lot of resources that it needs to process.
Standing by. Engines activated.
Ready.
But again, that'll all be the kind of stuff that gets addressed more as we get later into development. Yeah, like I think I started saying this already, but whenever there's a preview playthrough starting, there's always a lot of a flurry of
Enemy forces ahead.
activity in the dev
Aerial
server. Like,
artillery
oh,
reporting.
this is broken, and this is broken, and this is broken.
Receiving orders.
And that's the kind of feedback that we are, the
Squadron
kind of
moving
testing
out.
we always need
Plans
to
are
end up doing.
proceeding.
It's good to have a written, or not a written,
Command received.
a permanent visual guide for that.
Engaging enemy.
Ready for orders.
But we've got all of our Basilisk-style ground units here. We have some of the heavier ones, the light
At the ready.
ones. This is the main one, and there's
Ready to
Bragman
go.
battle tanks. So with the Mandalorians, you're going to see a lot of
Moving out.
mixed
Roger.
Basilisk types with infantry, and then the other non-Basilisk-y, non-Basilican ground units are going to tend to be more infantry support. Oh, you can get out of there.
Always ready, sir.
No, I mean,
Unit destroyed. Roger that.
okay, let's get these guys back a little bit more,
Scouting.
and I'm going to start
Advancing.
getting
As you wish.
some of those in. That's our AT-ATS unit.
Reporting in.
Bring in Canderous, bring in some more infantry.
Awaiting orders.
Alright.
Destroyed. Roger that.
I would like to get some repairs. I don't know if the build pads are actually going to be set up enough. It is.
Form up.
Okay, now we'll start moving
Right
over
away,
there.
sir. Battalion standing by.
Poor sad little doggy tanks with still the Mandalorian guy sitting on top.
Awaiting orders. Construction.
Like a happy little warrior.
Order acknowledged. Yes, Commander. Order.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far up.
Advance. Reporting.
Oh, okay.
Reporting.
I'll still
Yes,
hold
sir.
that one
On my way.
a bit closer by. I did lose both. Yeah, I lost both of the light
Awaiting
ones.
orders. Ready. Right away.
Still gonna take a while for that
Target acquired.
heavier tank to get back there. Okay, you guys can go for the flame,
Yes, sir.
or not the flame, the tank droid.
Secondary position.
Shooting flames, but it's not itself a flame.
Target confirmed.
And now let's
Advance.
get rid of those.
There they are. Ready to go. Hostiles.
Oh no, they have an AA turret. They have an AA turret. Take it back.
Awaiting orders. Always ready, sir. Affirmative. Scouting area. Let's go. Reporting in.
Okay, we'll get the Basilisks, or the Baragwins, back over there.
Unit destroyed.
No, they killed the
Roger
Baragwin.
that. Right away. More
Alright,
ready.
Let's get further into the base then.
Moving to that area, sir.
That'll be able to pretty quickly take down the
Form up.
turrets. Is that not set to target air units? Or is it
Awaiting
just
order.
going for that first? I think it might not be set to hit air unit, not hit, but
Copy.
repair air units. So it might be from an earlier iteration.
Awaiting orders.
Sky was saying that was the case earlier a bit, or a bit earlier, for the orbital bombardments. There are a few things that missed a few iterations on upgrades for Revan's Revenge that need to be brought up to standard. But also, thank you, Rocking Lemon. I missed that a couple minutes ago for the $10 donation. $10 donation saying congrats to the whole team for getting to this point. Thanks, Corey, for all you do. Very appreciated.
Reporting. Heading out.
Glad so many people are
Order
looking forward to it.
I copy. Moving out. Yes, Commander. Fall out, troops. Ready. There they are.
Alright. We'll go for that first.
Order, sir.
We're getting a lot of
Fire.
I could technically try the bombing run, but
Reporting.
I don't want to crash the game if it's not good for the light basilisks. They're a relatively recent unit that got finished, the
Yes, sir.
Mandalorian bombers. So I don't believe it's been
Ready
done.
to receive orders. Right away.
Oh, that actually was healing. I'm just gonna send the basilisk up
active.
to
Moving
here.
Heading out.
Oh, they have an advanced vehicle factory, so they got one of the
Destination ahead.
heavier walkers.
Let's move
I
out.
don't think I want to
Engaging.
do this. Maybe I do. We'll see.
I have the target in sight.
Okay, that should actually
Coordinates.
work out okay.
Clear in my sights. Yes, sir.
I think those are army troopers, not the naval troopers. Yeah, those are the army troopers de jure.
Attack that target.
Will Din Djarin be available in Reverend?
Roger that.
Sadly, no. We asked him. We called his agent.
Heading out.
Agent
Roger
said
that.
no.
Planted. Target.
Okay, I'm staying at
Heading for
range.
attack position. Let's go.
Roger.
And Rocking Lemon did ask, will Revan's Revenge be considered 0.3 to match the others? Have you decided what to call the initial ones? It'll be 0.3.
Reporting in.
We've secured
Roger
a
that.
build pad.
It'll be still considered a fairly early setup for it. Alright.
Control achieved.
Got ourselves another planet. I'm going to build that, and I'm going to drop the Lego pieces that I was playing with. I like to fidget. Okay. So that is step one on the get down to Dxun plan. What do we need money-wise for our first Kiramud? We need 6,700 for This Is the Way. Concord Dawn, did I get a trade port there? I hadn't yet, so I'm gonna get a trade port. In Surja, actually first gonna go for a tax collection agency. And we'll get a light basilisk port, right? None of the units apparently have the building requirements. So that I probably will port into the playthrough. I assume the Republic gets Jedi, Trinewolf says. That will be the case. So Revan's Revenge in general will have more infantry types available and a few different styles of infantry that we don't really get the chance to use in the other mods. Like, field bases will still be a thing, and that's where a lot of the most specialized stuff will probably be kept. But it's, there's going to be a bit more that you are able to actually build.
As you wish.
So, I got the tax agency going there, got the main structure going here.
Construction complete.
And I think Thustra is going to be worth... Yeah, that's 300. We're definitely getting
Building under
one of
construction.
those. Okay.
Enemy fleet approaching.
No, please don't invade Dxun. Oh god. Yikes. That's a lot of units. You weren't supposed to take it, though. Okay, how many of everything is that? That's 11 stalwarts. 26 axe heads, 37 forays, 33 hammerheads. Maybe a hypervelocity gun would have been a good way to do it.
We've located the enemy.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Okay, let's get back to there. I'm not sure what the total pop cap of that fleet would have been, but it's much higher than what's actually here. Yeah, like this is definitely a good chunk of what they had to start with.
Standing by.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
Bomber squadron reporting. Engines activated.
I'm going to abuse the currently OP bombers if I can.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
A-wing here. Squadron, advance.
So these are the other fighter type that I don't think we've
Ready
seen
for
yet, the
orders.
Devobs.
Weapons on.
Because I don't think they were in the prior space battle, but the Mandalorians have some Basilisk fighters. They have some Basilisk bombers, which is the other guys over
Bombers
here,
at the
the shrimp
ready.
bombers. And they also have the Devobs as
For duty.
a slightly more standard-looking fighter type.
Ready.
I do think a lot of the Republic fighter ships were set to one credit in 1 second.
Lasers.
Stuff like that keeps going like back and forth from actual stats to nothing. But
Heavy cruiser standing by.
me actually playing the mod is how often we get motivated to finish some of this stuff.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Roger that. Setting course.
And finding that out is a good chunk of the fun. Okay, stay away from there.
Warm up. Starting
Thank you,
our
Rocking
attack
Lemons, for 3 gifted subs. Very appreciated.
line. Waiting orders. Copy. Closing on enemy.
Roger that.
Okay, I
Those
am going
laser banks
to
are the primary
start the
target.
abuse.
I've been hit. I'm on power.
Bomber
Can't
active.
shake 'em. I copy.
I probably should have kept them close to the base so that they wouldn't be threatened by all the anti-fighter that's going to happen there. But between the tuned-up bombing stat, or untuned down bombing stats, the
Awaiting
number we have,
copy.
and the lack of point
Setting
defense,
up my
Shields are
rockets.
down.
I should be able to do some considerable damage here.
Bombs away.
I do still have particle details on pretty low from the Stargate playthrough, because changing video stats in Empire at War will always make my game crash. But it's not something I ever really bother messing with.
I've been hit.
Heavy cruiser
Hold
standing
on.
by.
Order acknowledged. Attack.
Captain here.
Okay, let's see if we can summon any of the fighters. No, probably
Shields are
not.
down.
Dreadnought cruiser ready. Firing turbo lasers. Fire for effect.
Switch patterns.
Uh,
Rendezvous and mark. Point primary target.
okay, let's try to just take down one of the hammerheads.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
Watch your six.
Guns
Rendezvous
fire.
and mark.
And, okay, Shadlad, move back. Mythosaur, move back. Mandalorian playthrough, move back.
Rendezvous and
You're a regular one? Nope, stop bugging me, you move back as well.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Rockness monster, okay.
Station ready.
I'm gonna see what we can kill without sacrificing
Sir, ready for orders.
Attack formation.
our
Target the laser.
units.
Heavy cruiser standing by. Firing turbo lasers. Fire for effect.
Bombers at the ready.
Shields are down.
Bomber
Let's
target.
get those.
Watch your six. And attack formation.
See what the cinematic cam wants to give us anything good.
On power.
That started off alright. This is decent.
Decrease to full throttle. Command.
That's why I closed right out of it.
Open fire. In range.
Captain
Watch
here.
your six.
Okay, that foray's down. And
Stay in attack
All
formation.
guns
that one.
fire.
Ready to receive orders.
We can probably try to take out some of the stuff that's coming through here.
Firing
Like the
turbo
forays are only so threatening. They're making a run for the station.
Watch your six.
I did make some adjustments to the Golans so that they're not like super overtuned, but they're definitely stronger
Ready for action.
proportionally.
cruiser standing by.
I'm in range.
Not just because they're 4,000 years later.
Captain here. Fire for effect.
Roger that.
Decrease to full throttle.
We're not going to be able to kill a stalwart.
For attack position.
Shields are down. I'm in range.
Armar is asking what's my favorite fish, and normally I wouldn't necessarily bring up that kind of chat question, but
Those laser banks.
it's relevant because I did have fish and chips for dinner, so and that was delicious. So whatever fish I just ate is my favorite fish. I think it was haddock,
Cruiser ready.
but if it had been a different type, then I would have just said the other type.
Shields are down. Target locked.
So it's not a solid favorite.
Attack formation.
Engines to full. All guns.
Okay, maybe we'll be able to
Orders.
Captain
kill
here.
one of you.
Copy. Hit the ion cannon banks.
Dreadnought cruiser.
I'm gonna try to
ready.
move them away.
And hold on.
Orbital command available. I copy.
We're so close on that one too.
Cruiser standing by.
I'm in range.
Firing turbo lasers.
We've lost a laser battery.
We're making an okay amount of progress.
Fire for
Like,
effect.
Obviously, we're not gonna win. I'm not stupid.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
But we might be able to get some kills and then leave.
I'm in head. Captain here. All done.
Out of the 33 hammerheads. No!
Ready. Target the lasers.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
If I tell them to move individually, I guess you can also just double click and then they won't wait, but
Preparing for jump fly speed.
I don't think we're actually gonna get that ion cannon. It's very sad. You have engines? Okay, only one of them still had engines. Thank you, VG Bros, for subscribing as well. Very appreciated. We lost Mythosaur, Shadlad, and Stop Bugging Me. We killed 5 of the 33 hammerheads, 1 of the axe heads, 5 4As. And how did that, I wouldn't expect that to have changed too much. They're already red, like, come on, we barely just died. Do I just go for Obra Sky? Might just go for Obra Sky. Okay, I am going to do what I thought I had done last time.
Imminent.
And I think I'm going to try to send in Garon Borm, I think the guy's name is. Goron Barn. The Gargara from Jedi Fallen Order.
Swamp speeder reporting. Yes, Commander. Moving.
Moving to secondary position.
Ready for command, sir.
And then we'll have a Kandosi. We'll attack the.
Waiting your orders.
We'll
Course
attack
set.
Obra Sky with that.
Order acknowledged.
Always ready, sir. Changing course.
Form up. Awaiting orders.
Roger that. Pushing forward.
The more barn.
Form up. Adding to coordinates. Awaiting orders.
Copy.
I really want an AA turret for those Terra Civil Authority gunships.
Engaging enemy.
Reporting. This way.
Police
Right away.
police
I copy.
gunships.
Order acknowledged.
And Canderous is just so sad in KOTOR
Yes,
2.
Commander.
We secure
Over there.
Abel Pad.
Absolute
Moving out.
divorce dad energy.
We secure
Order, sir.
Abel Pad.
Turret constructing.
Reporting.
I feel like they're going to try to go for this landing
Secure
zone.
landing zone.
There's
Yes,
one.
Yes, Commander. Fire.
We'll back you up.
Ready. Moving out.
We secure Abel Pad.
Target acquired.
We'll cover you.
It's building, but will it be there when it's built? There it is. All right, shoot.
Swamp speeder reporting. Yes, Commander. Assault in progress. Heading out.
We'll back you up.
Enemy sighted.
Abel Pad.
All out.
He's been saddled with the crown of a dying culture. I mean, he was
Always ready.
in that war. I don't want to turn this into like an Arrested Development situation of
Awaiting
and the
orders.
one Mandalore who's trying to hold it all together.
Form up. Let's move out.
Unit destroyed.
Waiting orders.
Ready.
It's one Kandosi Mandalore the Ultimate. How much could it cost?
Yes, sir. Roger.
He knows what he did.
Construction complete.
Okay, come closer.
Reporting
Yes. Stay on the thing.
We secure
There's
Abel
1 out of
Pad.
6.
Turret constructing.
Hostiles.
in. Providing backup.
Hit him hard.
Unit
Right behind you.
destroyed.
Let's go.
We'll
Okay,
cover
we're
you.
gonna have double turrets on
Yes,
that.
Commander. Keep going.
No, don't you dare! Don't you absolute dare.
Roger
I
that.
probably should have just gotten another AA turret, but
Form up.
Swamp speeder reporting.
come down over here.
Construction complete.
Yes, Commander.
I really want to send some of the infantry
Awaiting orders.
to capture some money for us.
Copy. Squad, move out.
Ready for command, sir. This way.
I don't know what capturing
I copy.
money means, but
Right away.
whatever it means is what I wanted to do.
Attack.
Okay. Kill them as they come through.
In attack
I guess the other thing we're going to find out is whether the Republic orbital bombardment and bombing run is set up.
Over there. Providing backup.
No Twister, Revan's Revenge is not out yet. This is the first preview playthrough of it.
Roger that. Moving.
Come on, you're in range. You're in range. Yes.
Lead the way.
There it is. Keep shooting it.
We'll check it out.
Course set.
Right, now shoot that.
Form up. Changing course. Waiting order.
Don't get lured in. Look at that. They're coming right in. They're coming.
Pushing forward.
See how much fun you could have by shooting them? There's another one. I'll take that as hell.
Solid.
I just want that one.
Reporting.
No, okay, Mandalorian, shoot the regular army troopers. I'm not taking cover. Maybe you'll win. Maybe you won't.
Plot. Advance.
Oh, you've got friends. Never mind.
Destroyed.
Here comes the bikes.
Proceeding.
Fire.
Destroyed.
Fire at will. Attacking.
These are all air speeders as well. Podrock is asking, do you ever think about these on Vong Scout canners meant after yourself, just how lost the Scout were? I mean, they spent anywhere between 0 and 2 years running between galaxies.
Heading out.
Yeah, I think I need to move them faster
Move out.
just to get this in range. Okay, now take cover, because that should start doing it. But yeah, there was
Affirmative.
for a while it was stated as if it was not necessarily
Acknowledged.
views on Vong that Canderous saw there, as, like that it might have been something different, but I don't think that stayed that way.
Reinforcement point contested.
But yeah, there's
Yes, Commander.
Vong end up in
This way.
everything at different points. So they have you have the Chiss fighting them soon after. And the Kremlevian War, I think they were in hyperspace for like thousands of years with their bigger ships just waiting it out. I'm gonna get an anti-vehicle.
We've lost a bit
Order,
of
sir.
Thank you, Rocking Lemon, for another subscription. And Josh for
Enemy
resubscribing
bombardment
on
is
Prime
ready.
for 47 months. Very appreciated. Yeah, Josh. I don't know why I said it differently than I normally would. Okay, I'm gonna do you a favor. You are not shooting at the right place on that.
We've secured a build pad. We've lost
Was that set up by
a
code, the correction on how those get targeted? I thought that was in model change. The models would be the same in all three modes. Code would be different.
Advance. Avoiding fire.
is under attack.
Over there.
I hope all these exploding bikes don't convince people that bikes are bad again. I was very worried about this until my turrets were set up. And they're gonna struggle against an air unit.
Got him on the run.
Swamp speeder ready.
Ugh. Dxun is not something to Dxun with. Yeah, it's true. There was a bunch of stuff that was deleted in all three mods that probably shouldn't have been for that. What do you mean you destroyed the Mandalorian office? And a Moret gun platform. You didn't do that. We were all there. I didn't see that explode.
Constructing.
Alright, I'm gonna save again there. You have a design philosophy in mind when designing the Mando faction, infantry heavy, infantry with mech support, etc. So yeah, I kind of explained what their general ground setup is in the ground roster announcement video, and a little bit here as well, where the core of their vehicles are these kind of fast, heavy-hitting basilisks and basilisk-esque units. They also have good infantry, and then the rest of their ground vehicles are kind of infantry support. Then they do have a really heavy Ricad over here. But the playstyle, the specific playstyles for the Mando, Sith, and Republic are probably going to fluctuate a little as more assets get done. Because we're kind of just making a lot of the most recognized, especially in space, where we're making a lot of the most recognizable stuff first, getting them to a functional spot, and then the way that you access certain things will change. So, like, the Sith roster is going to be built a little bit differently in space, in particular, once there's more stuff that they have access to, and that'll shift how their roster actually plays out. Because when we have fewer units, we have fewer tools to mess stuff around with. But that's actually our first episode for the day, I think. We are at 30 minutes, so we're going to leave it there. We're going to keep going on Twitch, but for those of you watching on YouTube, hope you're enjoying the first look at Revan's Revenge, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.